Hello everyone, my name is Sasha. Welcome to Divine Pisces 222. I am recently awakened as a twin flame. I felt called to share my experiences thus far. I'm only about a month and a half into this journey, but so far I've been fairly enlightened by a lot of things. And I really wanted to share that with my fellow twin flames, but also with other souls who are awakening to their own journeys. I feel like this is my calling, this is my mission, or at least part of it. So I'm just going to dive right in. Again, my name is Sasha. I am a new mom. I'm a musician, gamer, artist, and I've always felt like there was something else out there for me. And kind of going through life as I thought, a normal person should, but never really feeling like I belonged anywhere or with any particular group of people. Very much a loner, but at the same time, very empathic, connecting to a lot of people energetically, I guess, so to speak. A lot of different types of people in my life. Different types of people have always been attracted to me, and I'm attracted to different types of people. It's that Aquarius moon, I guess. Now that you kind of know a little bit about me, I just kind of want to go through my story a little bit, and how I awakened, and where I'm at so far. This is probably going to be the first of a couple of videos, but just kind of go right in. Okay, so I met my divine masculine about 3 years ago. We worked together, and I know that there's a lot of sites out there that would give you these signs of you meeting your twin flame and whatnot, and a lot of them include instant recognition. I would say that I didn't have that. I wouldn't say there was instant recognition necessarily. I'm always very friendly with anybody that I meet. So, I was just friendly, and I never really thought about it that much. I didn't really feel an instant connection. The connection kind of grew over time, and I will say that other people knew of the connection before I did, or we did. And it was brought to my attention much, much later. So after a year of about a year, I would say, of working together, it sort of started more as just a talking, flirtation type of thing, which, there was a boundary there, as we were in different positions in our company, and, that was something that was not allowed, and that's, against my code anyway, plus, the fact that I was in a relationship, he's in a relationship, that sort of thing, definitely against my code. But, things kind of progressed, and over time, I realized there were a lot of similarities between me and this person. There was a very strong connection, and it was like, as it grew, it got to a point where I couldn't even really be in the same room as him for a long period of time. It was too overwhelming. And of course, at the time, I didn't know what it was. I just thought that, I was incredibly attracted to this person, and I need to get away from him, or something bad is going to happen to get one of us or both of us in trouble, one way or another. So I kept my distance as much as possible, that professional boundary that we all keep. And so eventually, he ended up leaving the company, say about 2 years after I met him. And then didn't really talk to him after that for about a year. And in that time, I ended up, having a baby, and my life just kind of progressed normally. Now, I will say that looking back on the time that I did, acknowledge the connection, there were a lot of signs that now in hindsight make a lot of sense, of course. Hindsight 2020. Dreams, just overall feelings, and just things that were very outside of myself. I don't dwell on things, not a lot, in general. So that was definitely a sign there. And then about a month after returning to work, after my daughter was born, I had a dream. for the first time in a year about him. It was just, hey, what's up? You know, how's it going? I'm like, okay, yeah, I mean, that's weird. I kind of forgot about you, but not really. It was weird. And then the next day, a mutual friend of ours mentioned that he had asked about me, which I thought was really interesting. And so I reached out and we started talking again for, I don't know, about 2 months. Hadn't seen each other in a year, you know. And then we saw each other again for the first time in a year. He came over and, you know, things happen. And uh, it was awkward. I was definitely very much outside of myself, something that I normally would not do. In fact, it was like I was watching myself do something and I couldn't stop it. It was absolutely insane. And basically said to me, you know, this can never happen again. We can't hang out because I don't want this to happen again, despite the connection that we both felt, and gave me a hug and he left. Oh boy, you want to talk about triggers? Oh my gosh, as soon as he left, I absolutely lost myself. I didn't know who I was. I was questioning my sanity. I was like questioning my values, really, to the point where I didn't know what was happening. All of these emotions, all of these experiences that I had when I was younger, childhood experiences, feeling of abandonment, you know, rejection, inadequacy, just flooding me, absolutely bombarding me to the point where I legit did not know who I was. And I guess this is what you would consider a dark night of the soul, because this happened for probably about 2 weeks. You know, people at work even said, you don't seem like yourself. What's going on? And I couldn't explain it. It was just something that I was going through. And I didn't understand why it bothered me so much. Because honestly, if it had been anyone else, it probably wouldn't have. But for some reason, this just triggered the hell out of me. And I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't get him off my mind. The dreams were just every single night. Every night. I could feel his energy. I could feel just these emotions that just I had no idea were in me. Because normally I'm a very emotionally detached person, or at least, you know, I try to be. I don't fly off the handle unless something really bothers me. You know, I tend to be very detached from my emotions, and I've learned to be that way over time. I guess a defense mechanism, inner child, whatnot. So yeah, that went on for about 2 weeks. I started looking up, I had always been into tarot, and I looked into that, and I started looking up these tarot readings on YouTube, and looking at my sign, and like, all of these readers were talking about twin flame, twin flame, twin flame. I'm like, well, what the heck is that? So then I started looking it up, and I just was floored. My mind was completely blown. I thought, oh my God, this man is my divine masculine. I am a divine feminine. I am a twin flame. And it just spiraled. It just, I guess I hate to say it kind of went downhill, but it did. Because I had gone through this dark night of the soul, but then it just completely resurfaced. And when I realized what was happening and what I had lost, you know, I kind of went through it again. So that was fun. But I will say, if that hadn't happened, I would not have realized who I am, what my purpose is, and I would not have connected with others that I have connected with, and, you know, realized what my potential actually is. Now, since then, you know, I've seen all sorts of signs, of course. You know, everyone's always talking about the synchronicities and the signs and the number sequences, and I've seen them all. 11:11, 12:21, 12:12, 1:23, 2:22, 1:44 is probably one of the most common that I see. But I mean, I'm talking multiple times a day. Every single day would see these number sequences. Would see his name, hear his name. And then it started, the weirdest thing was hearing his voice in my head. I was like, I am officially losing my mind. I'm just obsessed, right? This is just obsession. This is just absolutely beyond anything I could possibly imagine. And I knew I was going insane. I just knew it. And I knew if I told anybody else, they would just think I was insane. I'm sure that if I told him, he would think I'm insane. I wouldn't blame him. I honestly thought I was. You know, and we actually have not been in communication since the experience a couple of months ago. But the strangest thing, it's like, he's still there. I still feel him next to me. It's the weirdest thing. I feel him. I feel his energy. I feel his emotions. I hear his voice. It's like he's there, but he's not there, if that makes any sense. Now, you know, I know that, you know, I'm new to this, but I will say that since kind of discovering all of this and doing all the research and starting the work and doing the inner child work and the meditations and centering myself, grounding myself, I am definitely in a much better place than I was. Obviously, or I wouldn't be doing this, because honestly, this makes me really nervous. I don't know if anybody can notice, but I'm a little nervous. So be kind, please. I would appreciate it. But I realized that part of my mission was to share my story and to help others who are new to the journey, you know, have someone to help you who is relatively new as well. Because I feel like while we always look to mentors, we look to people who've been going through the journey for quite a while, it's always refreshing to have someone who may or may not, you know, may be actually close to or in the same stage that you are. So I would definitely consider myself in separation. I definitely know who I am. And I'm definitely developing my intuitive skills. I've gotten much better being accurate with my tarot readings. I intend to eventually offer tarot readings to the collective. As of right now, I'm still developing my skills. I'm not 100% confident enough to do it for the collective. I have been doing it for myself daily. I also do it for friends, for free, of course, who ask just to get the practice. But I have found that if I do more than 3 or 4 in a day, I get very tired. It's like my energy is just completely drained. So I need to build that up. I'm hoping to eventually. I also recently started a course in Reiki healing. I believe that is also part of my calling, is to be a healer. I've always felt that way. I'm an empath. And so there's that, and also going to be taking courses, hoping to become a certified life coach eventually. So that is it in a nutshell, 13-minute nutshell. And I sincerely hope this helps someone. If it's just even one person, I'm totally okay with that. Even if it's just, honestly, if it's just myself, if it's like a vlog for myself that I can go back and reference later, you know, in my journey, that's great too. But if this did help you, I'm truly grateful. And if you could like, share, subscribe, it's so weird asking that. But yeah, that would be great. It can also help somebody else. So, you know, pay it forward. And I am hoping to do a couple more videos just in general about what I've learned so far. Also what my mission is, and how to find what your mission is. And using your intuition to find that, taking a leap of faith and all that. I also want to just point out a couple of YouTubers who have really helped me along my way. People I've resonated with, just their readings, but also people that I've actually booked readings through or who have helped me in another way. I highly would recommend them. I'm going to link them in the description box. Again, that sounds so weird. I'm going to link them in the description box along with some playlists and videos that I highly recommend, especially for new twin flamers. But just to list a couple off right now, there's Jupiter 1111. Definitely incredibly bright person. She's just got this glow around her, and I just can't stop watching her videos. She's fantastic. She does a lot of light language, light warfare, and things like that. She has fantastic playlist about manifesting your divine masculine that she's been doing on the weekends, and just overall very, very interesting. And you know, just, I don't know, I really like her for some reason. I would totally love to hang out with her. But anyway, but also happy twins 1111. I've recently gotten an energy check-in with her. She's fantastic. She's out of the UK. Her name is Charlotte. She's so sweet. And if you're looking for, something different, like from the Divine Masculine's perspective, which is really hard to come by, I would highly recommend King Triton's Tribe. Matt, he's just so sweet. Love him to death. A couple others, Starry Twin Rainbow, 1111. She's so spunky. I love her to death. Wicked Virgo, her channel messages always hit, spot on. She's great. And Love Your Truth with Devin Ray. I think she's recently up and coming, but I just love her. She's great. She's a singer-songwriter as well. So I'll link all of them in the description box for you guys. Again, don't be afraid to like, share, subscribe. Oh, so weird. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to my story. Again, I hope this has helped someone, anyone, or even if it's just me, that's perfectly fine. All right, thanks guys. Have a great day.